Victoria Police now are closer than ever to solving Melbourne's infamous Easey Street murder cold case. In 1977, Susan Bartlett and Susan Armstrong were brutally killed inside their Collingwood home. And for almost 5 decades, the crime that shocked Australia has remained unsolved. Now, this morning, final preparations are underway to extradite Perry Caromblies, a long-time suspect in the case. The accused fled to Greece after being asked for a DNA sample back in 2017 and has consistently maintained his innocence. After years of delays, there are now hopes the victims' families may finally find some closure. For more, former Victoria Police Detective Charlie Bazina joins us live in Melbourne. Good morning. For those who may not know, just explain the significance of this case in Melbourne.
Good morning, Nat. Look, quite significant given the nearly 5 decades of it being unsolved, and clearly he's identified as a suspect of some degree. The first step is now underway to get him back to Australia. Italy has approved extradition back to Australia and remanded into the custody of, I would imagine, 2 detectives that have gone over there. They'll bring him back and interview him and see if any charges are laid. The process then will begin to either take things to court to understand whether he has got or there is enough evidence to either show his innocence or guilt. So it's going to be very interesting, but a huge step, certainly for the families and Victoria Police, and sends a strong message to others out there that there is no time limit on this type of offences.
Yeah, I'm sure the family would be happy about that. A fascinating case, isn't it? Because he was actually stopped in his car 9 days after these women were killed. A knife was found in his boot, and he apparently said, I was just walking along a railway overpass, saw the knife and picked it up. Now, all these years later, the case went cold, didn't it, till 2017, until police started fishing around for DNA.
Yeah, well, look, it's anything that could turn on a case no matter what you do, and what you say is correct. The allegation is he was driving, he was a 17-year-old at the time, intercepted by a uniformed police officer. Allegedly a bloodstained knife was found in his possession. Now, whether then police then have taken possession of that knife, did they go to the other crime scene to see what was there? It hasn't been reported. So the value and weight of that evidence is what's going to be tested at a Supreme Court trial at a later date, if he is in fact committed to stand trial.
So then when they asked for DNA, he went to Greece, did he, in 2017, and that's where he has been?
Yeah, that's right. And unfortunately, as we've heard, I think in the past, that Greece has a process that if a person is in charge within 20 years, you cannot lay charges. So police started playing a waiting game. He then left Greece, went to Italy, which has no such processes in place, and they were able then to send a provisional arrest warrant through Interpol. That's been executed, and the police here in Victoria have to then satisfy a court over there of certain things, and then send an arrest warrant over there. So he hasn't been charged. He's only been arrested and brought back. He'll be remanded in the custody of the 2 detectives over there at the moment. They'll have him on the plane. He'll come back, he'll then be interviewed and see whether any charges are then laid.
Yeah, but how interesting, they knew they couldn't get him back from Greece, so they waited till the moment he landed in Italy. Thank you very much, Charlie. We'll wait to see what happens in that case. Here's Shirley.
Pleasure.